this roll. I got a 6, a 4, a 2, a 2, and a 3. So basically, I don't have any dice, a combination of any 3 dice does not have total value of more than 15. So what I'm going to be doing is, I'm going to be choosing what dice I want to keep and what dice I want to roll for the next time that I move. So when the next time I move, it's kind of a Yahtzee style mechanism where you want to choose which dice I want to keep. Because 6, when I keep 6, I have a higher chance of getting to that value in the next time I roll these dice. I'm going to be keeping 6. You can also keep the 4 along with the 6, but then what is going to happen is you're going to be rolling 2 dice, and the probability of you getting you're going to be needing at least a 5 or above to get higher than 15 of all 3 selected dice. So you're going to have to choose which dice to keep and which dice to roll. You can choose not to keep any dice, but that's completely according to you. If you get a really bad roll, then you can do that as well. But you're going to have to choose, and then the next time you move, you're going to be rolling the rest of the dice. So let's say, but, well, yeah, you're going to have to doing that for movement, but before that, from all the rolled dice, I rolled all 4 dice right now. From all the rolled dice, you're going to be checking if any of those values match any of the item or creature values right over here. Now, I've got, as you can see here, a 6, a 4, a 3, and a 2. Let's see if any of them match. I have a 6. There's a 6 number item. Let's see the first look at the item. I have a 6. I have a 6. So there is a 6 item. That means the item value 6. I have rolled a 6 on the die. That means that I get the item of the item value 6. Hooray! So I get a healing herb. That is the item value 6, which is, healing herbs are really very, very crucial in the game. I'm pretty glad I got that. So that is pretty cool. I'm going to be storing it in my inventory right over here. I have a healing herb now, and item value 2. I do not, oh wait, I do have a 2. So I'm going to get 2 items. Wow, that's cool. I also get the rope plant, which is item value 2. So that is cool. I got 2 items, but now let's face the creatures. Rocky Range has creatures, the creature of creature value 6, and I did roll a 6. It does match, so I have to encounter creature of creature value 6. Who is creature value 6? Let's see here. I think it's the DUG. Where did the DUG go? Here we go. So as you can see here, I'm going to put Rocky Range back into the locations. And I encountered the DUG. Now each creature are going to have different, are going to be very different. I'm going to be telling you about how combat works in a second. The DUG is a highly intellectual race tamed with fire sword, tame value 12. There's no fire sword in the game. That's kind of a misprint. I meant to say golden sword, and the tame value is 11. At the end, when I was designing, I choose not to include fire swords because it was going above the card limit of 18 cards, but that's okay. You're going to be taming it with golden sword if I want to tame it. I do not have golden sword right now. Golden swords are basically, you can tame creatures with the different items that you have. I do not have any items that can tame any creatures, although I do have this. I'll explain what items do in a second. First, let me encounter this creature. Now, aggressiveness is, now, basically, when you encounter a creature, you can do 2 things. You can try to run away from that creature, or you can fight that creature. And when it's your turn to attack, you can also try to tame that creature. Now, let me show you, if I don't want to fight the DUG, which I do not really want to, although I do have a rope plant, I might be able to defeat the DUG, but he has way more attack than me, and I do not want to get wounds right now. You know what? I'm just going to try to run away from him. Okay, so along this dice, now I'm going to be selecting, as I told you, some dice that I want to keep for my movement, and some dice that I want to re-roll in the next movement. So I'm going to be keeping the 6, I'm going to be re-rolling all these 3. Now, okay, I'm going to be keeping this 6 aside. So now anyway going to be re-rolling these three, so I'm going to be so what you're going to be doing is you're going to be looking at the aggressiveness of that creature. The DUG has aggressiveness of 4. This is well, the DUG is kind of a highly intellectual race on the Perilayas, which is kind of a little bit more intelligent than a human race, and they're kind of scary humanoid creatures which have weapons and stuff, which is why it has attack 4, but it has very low defense, as you can see, just defense 2, and this is basically its hit points. These are hit points, and this is its defense, this is its attack. I'll show you what that is in a second. I want to run away from the DUG, right? So aggressiveness is 4. I'm simply going to be rolling 1 dice. I'm going to be seeing what value. I got a 2. Now if that value was greater than the aggressiveness of that creature, if it was greater than 4, I would have successfully run away and the DUG would have gotten back into the creature's deck. But it was not. I did not run away, and the DUG is now going to attack me. Well, I guess I'm going to just have to face him. But okay, so well, he's going to be attacking me. Now, every time, always the creature always attacks first, and he uses his attack 4. What attack basically means is how many dice he uses to attack you. Now, you might need, sometimes you might need more than 4 dice, because then you have selected 1 dice, you don't want to roll that die, because that value you have selected to keep the same on the next movement. So he's going to roll as many number of dice as his attack, which is 4, to attack me. And I'm going to be defending. Now, in the case that I had not gotten these items, I'm going to have to attacking and be defending with melee. What melee means is, well, basically I'm going to have to be defending and attacking with just attack value of 1, period, no matter what. But since I have got these items, you may use an item, some items, well, the rope plant and the golden sword. Since there are only 3 items, I might as well just show you. The rope plant, some items can even give you victory points at the end of the game to contribute to your final score to achieve those goals. Each of those goals completed give you 5 victory points, and some items might even give you 1 victory point extra to just cross the limit. But some items have 2 of these items can be used for taming. Golden sword can be used for taming Penku and Marcono sect, and the rope plant can be used for taming Penku. You can use items to tame creatures. These are kind of weapons, really, in general. You can see the sword here. The rope plant is also kind of a weapon, and the attack. They have attack if you want to use them to fight in combat with other creatures. Now, the golden sword has attack 2, the rope plant has attack 1, but the rope plant is specially effective against the DUG. That means that its attack gets doubled. That means I have attack 2 against the DUG, and luckily I have the DUG. I mean, I'm only encountering the DUG, so, and I have the rope plant, so that's pretty cool. I do not have the golden sword yet. And the weight is basically a very minor aspect. I'll explain you to that. It's only it only means something when that kind of event happens. So let's just focus on these 3 aspects right now. So I'm not going to be. I don't have a golden sword to tame him, so I'm not going to be taming him. But since he's chosen to fight, I'm going to be using my rope plant to fight him in combat with him. Okay, so he has an attack value of 4. He's going to be rolling 4 dice to, attack me. And let me just gather all the dice. Oh, wow, that's a neat roll. Yeah, it's going to be really hard for me to defend that. It's 5, 5, 5, and 2. So that means that this total attack value is 15 and 17. He's attacking with 17. That means I have to get. Then I'm going to be rolling as many dice as my attack. Then I'm going to be defending his attack with my attack. Well, in the case of creatures, when it comes to defending, they have two different values. They have a different value for attack and then a different value for defense. But when you're using an item, well, you defend with the same value as your attack value, which is I defend with 1, but because it's specially effective against DUG, I defend with 2. But no matter how much so I'm going to be rolling 2 dice to defend this total of 17. But it's practically not possible for me with 2 dice to get a number higher than or equal to 17. So I'm going to just have to take the wounds. I don't know even why I rolled them. I'm not going to get anything higher than 17. I did not. The DUG hits me, and so what is going to happen is I'm going to get as many wounds as the attack of that creature. So as many dice I roll, which is the attack of that creature. So I'm going to get 4 wounds, which is bad. That means when you get wounds, you're going to be, picking up these cubes on your stamina, as many wounds you get, and you're going to be putting them in the wounds area, which is very bad. That means you may not retrieve them back into your stamina at any point in the game unless you have the healing herb, which I do have, very fortunately. Then unless you heal them, healing herb says that till you have these herbs, you may use them 3 times. Each time you will heal 1 wound. After this, you will put this card back into the item stack, and the uses. So basically, I just put some more cubes. As I use one, as I use it 1 time, I can put 1 of my wounds back into the stamina slot, so I have lesser wounds now, and I can use this for stamina. But I have 4 wounds now, and this may not go back into the stamina slot unless I heal, and I can only heal 3 for 3 wounds right now. So I don't know. I'll probably heal him. And now, because I have wounds, even when you rest, the wounds do not go back into the stamina slot. So I'm gonna have to be just functioning with 1 stamina. Unless I heal. So I think I'm going to heal right now. He has wounded me pretty bad, so I'm going to be putting 1 cube into the crystal onto the uses. So basically these are again slots. If these 3 slots get filled up, that means you use them 3 times. This card goes back into the items and you lose this item. Okay, so I'm going to be using 1 healing herb, and I'm going to be healing 1 of my wounds, and I'm going to be putting them back into the stamina, because I need stamina to defeat him either, or to run away. So should I run away right now? So now it's my turn to attack. Now I have an option to do 3 things. I can still try to run, but if I try to run and I do not escape, it's again his turn to attack. So I don't get to attack anyway. Or I can attack. That means I don't run, but I just try to, I use my attack, 1, but it's DUG, so 2. I roll 2 dice, and he rolls 2 dice for defense, and if I get a higher, I wound him, and he gets killed, and I win the battle. So, which is a path where I can take to defeat all creatures. Or I can try to tame him, but I do not have the golden sword, so I don't have that option right now. I think, you know what? I have a better possibility of just killing him other than, trying to escape, because I'm going to be rolling a d6, and I'm going to be trying to, if I try to run, I'm going to be trying to get higher than 4. So, which is kind of less probable, other than if I try to just kill him. I'm going to be rolling 2 dice against his 2 defense, which has even number of odds, so I'm just going to try to kill him. And he only has 2 hit points. So that means he can only have 2 wounds. So that means if I roll 2 attack, I have 2 attack for the I'm gonna be rolling 2 dice. And if I hit him, he's gonna be having 2 wounds, because you have as many number of wounds as the attack or the dice you roll. So he's gonna be having 2 wounds, and he's gonna be just getting killed. So I'm gonna be trying to do that. And my attack value is 6. Wasn't a good roll. Damn it. And then he's going to be defending that attack with his defense 2. And his defense is higher. Damn it. So, well, I'm just putting these dice here. And now he's going to be attacking me again. Wow, this is not going on my side. And because I attacked, remember, I have to put 1 cube in the exhaust pile because I attack. When you attack or tame or move, you're going to have to be putting 1 cube in the exhaust area. So that I've put that in the exhaust area. Now his turn to attack, and he's probably going to make me unconscious. Well, because he has 4 dice, he's going to be attacking with 4. He has a 6, 5, 2, and 2. Well, that is hard to match by just rolling 2 dice. So yeah, so the total is, well, it's definitely more than 12, so I'm not going to be able to defend that. So he's going to give me another 4 wounds, but I just have, 1 stamina. So this is going to be going in my wounds section again. And when this happens, basically, not all of your cubes are in the wounds section. There's 1 cube in the exhaust section. That means you are unconscious. You fall unconscious, and that means you have to move, and you have to rest, and you have to move the day to the night, and then you can put the cubes that are in the exhaust area back into the stamina, but these cubes stay here, which is pretty bad. I'm in a pretty bad situation right now, and this is kind of a pretty difficult game as such, but that is a challenge actually. So one day is over. Remember, I have 8 days and 8 nights to complete all of my 4 objectives. So I'm off to a bad start, but I think I can recover. Alright, so when I fall unconscious, the DUG goes back into the deck of the creatures, and the items are separate. Well, this is the golden sword. I don't have this item. I have a rope plant and healing herbs. That is my first turn.